Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity. And today it is Panalisa's turn. So it's a design team haul from Panalisa, and I'm afraid I haven't done any projects today, but I have got quite a few things to share with you. Now, it is the big day tomorrow, 11/11, and if you check on your links, some sellers do start to reduce early, so keep an eye on that. And as I keep telling you, collect those coupons and coins. So Panalisa, and I'll go straight in with one of the first things that she sent to me, and it's a tearing ruler, and this one is in centimeters, which is awesome. So first of all, you want to know if it measures correctly, so I'm just going to pop that on there and pop it to the end, and as you can see, 2.5 centimeters to the inch, and that's exactly where it is. So it measures centimeters absolutely correctly, and it's nice and thick. I'll put my finger there. So it's got this gorgeous edge, which is going to do it like a distressed decal. So let's test it and make sure it works. Right. So first up, I've got a sheet of cardstock, and I'll put it about there because you want something big enough that you can use, and this is just a scrap piece of craft, and let's see how easy it is. So it's quite a thick sheet. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, I'm off onto another planet now. Ooh, that's a lovely edge. Let's get a nice clear picture. Ooh. If you're someone who likes to do your distressing, I mean, I must admit I am using a thick sheet of cardstock here, and I do know that tearing rulers are meant to be used on something a lot, sort of thinner, maybe a few grams lower in the cardstock weight, and I'm doing a small piece here, but I've seen people use all sorts of dangerous tools trying to distress their cardstock, and I certainly do not recommend that. So let's go down here. Ooh, I've just got that edge to finish off, I think. Oh no, actually I like it like that. So that is the Distress paper tearing ruler. Now I've got to keep still, haven't I? There you go. A nice close-up. Look at the tear on those fibres. Of course you can tear stuff by hand, but you don't always get what you want, do you? Let's let's have a go. Let's say, I want to tear this for something. Do you know what I mean? It looks alright, but I think that's much nicer. Yeah. So that is the tearing ruler. And I'm just going to move my bits and pieces over to there. And I'm going to tell you the full length of that is 20 centimeters, which if you are an inch person, that is giving you 1/8 and an 1/8 in its full length of it. But going from the centimeter measurement on, it is 8 inches. So that's a really great size. You could keep that inside your journal as well. Right, so I've got a tearing ruler. And then next up, I've got some blending brushes. Well, we all know what these are like, but it's absolutely great to have some coloured ones, because the ones that I've got have actually got black handles, and I tend to sort of like dip them in any old ink, but it's nice to know that that will go into my reds and my purples, my browns, my blues, my green. So really nice and a great size, and I should test these, so give me a second. I'm just going to pause and grab an ink pad. Okay, so I've grabbed an ink pad, I've got a piece of cardstock, I've got one of my stencils here, and I'm just going to use the grid bit, and I'm going to use Villainous Potion, which is a brand new one, and I'm going to use my purple brush, because I've got a purple one. So this can be purples and pinks. So I haven't actually used this pad yet, because it arrived sort of like too late for Halloween, but I know it's going to be a great colour for other things. But right, I've totally loaded that up with my Villainous Potion, and I'm just going to do the grid bit. I know people like to hold their brushes in all kinds of positions. They like to put their finger on top or just do that. That actually gives a lot of flex to the handle. I'm somebody who likes complete control over things, except for not fastening my stencils down. And I like to hold them at the end like that, so I know how much pressure and movement I've got. So let's have a look. There you go. It's a nice stencil, that. I should use it more often. So they work, and then getting rid of your excess is going to give you a lovely soft blend around the edges. So let's go all around there and see how long that little bit of purple is going to last. There. So I've now christened my purple one, but it stencils beautifully. So those are the blending brushes, and I'm going to pop them all in the bag. And I have got a silicone brush cleaner, and you know, I think my husband's run off with it to do his paintbrushes on because they're really useful. Right, so those are the brushes. So I've done the brushes and I've done the tearing ruler, and you've seen that that works. So I'm just going to pop those out of the way for a minute, and I'm going to start in with paper pads. I have a lot of them, and these are printed paper packs, and that is essentially what you're getting inside of that one. And I know people like to see them, so this may be another long video because I want you to know what you're getting. Right, so this one, does it have a name? If it does, I can't see it. But you're getting 160 GSM paper, and you're getting 12 designs, 2 sheets of each one, and it's lovely card journal quality. And as they said, you know, 2 sheets of each, so you're getting roses. Oh, that's gorgeous. I can use that one. Do you remember that magnifying glass die that I hauled? Those critters are going to look very nice underneath that magnifying glass. You've got that beautiful almost floral print faded into green, and then you've got that gorgeous sage green. I mean, this just makes me want to get all my dyes out. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, I know not everybody likes vintage, but I do. I think one of my problems is I don't know what kind of crafter I'd call myself. I'd say actually I was pretty ambidextrous when it comes to crafting, because I love to do everything, from clay to stained glass to paper crafting, you know, just everything. And yes, I can throw a very good pot on the wheel, and I do stained glass. I also tattoo my husband, so that goes to show you, you know, I just like everything. I just love to create. Gorgeous, gorgeous butterfly one there. That is fabulous. I mean, just cutting down that section there, these are 6x6 pads, would make a fabulous bookmark, and you could just laminate that section. And then you've got that really, really pretty, it's almost a sort of like plummy pink going darker with some grey. Gorgeous. Right, that is that pack, and I'm going to find the cover, I hope, in here somewhere so that I know which is which. Oh, well, maybe I'm not going to find the cover because I stuck it all in there. No, I found it. Right, so that is the first one. I will link these pads individually. Now, I have shown you this one before, so in the Panalisa haul video coming up, you'll get to see this one. But it is absolutely gorgeous paper, and I made a card using this with mushrooms, where I used lots of glitter on the mushrooms. It is absolutely glorious. It's like, it hasn't got gold foil on it, but if you look at it, it looks like gold foil. Just wonderful, wonderful alcohol ink backgrounds. And turn that one over, you can see. I mean, your Santoro, I think that's how you say it, your dolls and things like that, and stamps. go absolutely fabulously on backgrounds just like that one. Right, next up we've got autumn, and we've got foxes and rainbows and all sorts of lovely autumn shades. I'm going to open this one so that you can see. Pop that on there. And this is basically what you're getting inside of the pack. And I'm making sure that nothing's stuck on that. I'll keep the front cover to me. And going straight in, you've got 2 sheets of the foxes there. And then you've got that wonderful sort of almost geo-leaf design. More woodland critters. That's very sort of autumnal shades of tulips. And then you've got all those designs reflected just in that sheet of paper there. And then you've got the squiggles in complementary shades. And you've got the sort of orange autumn starburst. And then you've got gorgeous leaves. Very dark again here this morning. Well, you know, clocks go back, clocks go forward, whatever it is. And everything starts getting very dark. Which, you know, you can put your fairy lights out now. I do. I've told my husband to get the fairy lights out on the deck so that I can illuminate the hanging plants. You've got a lovely mustard and a triangle shape. And flip that one over. You've got a sort of offset candy stripe. You could actually use that one for Christmas as well, because it's got that brown in there, so it's going to go with gingerbread if you've got gingerbread and pinky things. So that's another absolutely gorgeous pack, and I'm just going to shuffle all that back together and put the cover on so that I know which one is which. Right, next up, and we have got vintage again. I mean, it really is making a huge comeback. I mean, I know that a lot of people don't do vintage, or they don't do shabby or what have you, but it is creeping into everything again. So here we go. Beautiful, beautiful roses. We've got butterflies in this pack as well, I think. So I'm going to hang on to the cover again. Just look at that. Isn't that just absolutely gorgeous? Oh, it makes you want to go on holiday. Bulbs and different herbs. I haven't got a clue what that is. Is that a passion flower? It might be, or a cyclamen. But it's a beautiful colour. It's a sort of like that villainous potion that I just stenciled with. Let's get that back in. Let's have a look at that. There you go. Isn't that nice? Oh, well, yes, there you go, you see. I'm starting to create already. And then you've got those gorgeous same tones in the butterfly. And this is another one. If you like to use insects in Halloween, it's a great colour background. Because once again, it's almost like the shade that's underneath it. And then this one, all woodlands with ferns and rusts. Advertising. There's a couple of those. And then we go into irises. These are just great for Halloween backgrounds. Oh, look at those. I mean, you can cut those down and make yourself some ephemera. Great little ready stacked up journaling bits to put into pockets. Love that. And then we've got another advertising one. It's very sort of purple blue, very regal, this pack. And that's very dreamlike. That would look gorgeous with a unicorn. Love that. And then we've got music and bugs, or butterflies. And then if I flip that over, we've got more flowers. Just really, really lovely. I think that's a hibiscus. Yeah. Really pretty. And then you've got that faded out wall in the background. I mean, I'm desperate to use that door die that I hauled, so I might be using some of this to do just that. Right, so I'm going to pop the cover back onto that one. It's actually called Vintage. Yeah, someone give me a coffee. That's called Fox in the Forest. Yeah. So plastic sheet, that one back on top, and the next one is Joyful Days, And this one is very happy, very bright, almost Disney-like is a way to describe this one. So if you like to do sort of like Disney type stuff, pop that on there. I'm going to hang on to the cover. Oh, this is lovely. Okay. Right, we've got travel. We've got suitcases. I'm going to try not to go blurred. Let's get in there. There we go. You've got ice creams and buses, and you've got those pillows that you rest your neck on. So that's really cute. Let's get that one off there. Ah, see, you get the feeling of Disney. You've got cupcakes, and you've got donuts, you've got ice cream, you've got the camera. Just really, really cute. And then you've got that starry background on its own. Oh, yes. Wow. You know me and plaids. That's gorgeous. You can use plaid on anything. Really, you can. And then you've got lovely dots and grids and stripes in the dots. And then we've got some little journal cards to cut apart, turn into tags. That's really cute. So there are 2 of those. Ah, yes. We've got cupcake under cloche, which is really, really sweet. And that would probably match up really nicely, actually, with one of the dies that Panalisa has sent to me. And then we've got collect moments, which is gorgeous, gorgeous cameras. And then we've got dots again. And then you've got fairgrounds and fireworks kind of effect going off in the background. Ooh, I don't know about you. I always used to get sick on the merry-go-round. Or was it we call it the waltzers. They're like those little cars that you sit in and they just spin around and around on their own while they go round and around. Yeah, I used to turn green. I remember that. Save the date. And then there we've got red fireworks. So that one is called Joyful Days. And I will just tidy that stack up. Right, next up we got Pink Christmas. And I know people love Pink Christmas. Isn't that gorgeous? Vintage, shabby and pink. So let's get this pack open. And even the cover, you know, you've got to keep the cover and cut that up. And I'm trying to look for... I can't actually see a name on this one. But I'm sure it's pretty easily recognisable on the site. So, we have 2 like the cover. And then you've got lovely pink script. This would work really, really well if you've got the Stamperia Pink Christmas chipboard and stuff like that. And then you've got Christmas Eve. Right, making sure that I'm showing you everything. And then you've got that lovely sort of like little crowns fleur-de-lis. That's also in a peachy pink. And then we've got Christmas trees. And then if I flip that one over, you've got the roses and you've got the watch. And then we've got Santa on a pink background with the bows, 2 of those. And then you've got advertising pieces, which are great. You've got the old-fashioned sleigh. You've got the violin. That's really cute. And then you've got roses and poinsettia. That's right, some are upside down. Really pretty. And then you've got cardinals. I think this pack is actually called Christmas Eve. And then we've got wreaths and alphabet charts going on. Little bits of advertising. And then if I flip that over, you've got Christmas Eve in pink. I know that it looks red. Well, actually it is. I mean, the writing is red, but the background is pink. Right, so that's that one. And seriously cute it is. And I'm just going to shuffle that, put my divider in and pop that on top. And then next up we've got this gorgeous, gorgeous blue. I'm going to get it out of the wrapper so that it stops reflecting on the camera. And vintage Christmas once again. I'm going to pop that down on there. So what I'm going to do now, as I'm getting close to the camera, I'm just going to lay the sheets down. So remember, we've got 2 of each again, and that's the first one. And you've got the deer, and you've also got the Santa, and then you've got that lovely frosty Christmas tree, and then that beautiful ice blue and the deer. Now I have to tell you, if anything's looking blurred, it's the camera. It's not the product. And then we've got 2 of these, which are advertising music sheet and vintage Santa. And then we've got a sort of like buffalo plaid in a black and red, which is gorgeous. And then we've got Santa and his deer again. Got a lovely red cardinal up in the tree. And then we've got a bird print. And we've got another poinsettia print. And then we've got this gorgeous vintage Santa, 2 again. And he's got his tree and he's got his deer. Now I need to, there we go. And then we've got a red plaid. And we've got a poinsettia on that lovely ice blue. And then we've got a red snowflake, which is absolutely gorgeous. So that one is that pack. And I'm looking to see if I can see a visible name for that one. And I can't, so I will just direct link that one below. And then the next paper pack, this one is called Worldwide, and it's a collection of little bits of ephemera and different maps and advertising. So I'm just going to pause a second to move this pile because it's too close to the camera. Right, so this pack is called Worldwide, and I'll put the bag and the cover here so that I can hang on to that. And we've got different kinds of advertising and flowers on that one. You've got a nice script ledger. There's a couple of those. You've got a colourful map. We've got envelopes and postcards. More vintage maps. You've got this lovely sort of like inky and bottle green parchment vintage style coloured map. Turn that one around. Pop that down there. And then we've got a very, very vintage looking sheet of paper. And then we've got some tickets. Really nice to cut apart. And we've got another one of those. And then we've got postcards. And then we've got some lovely vintage lady advertising and roses. And we also have a couple of sheets of vintage script. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I sometimes read these just to wonder if they're appropriate for what I'm going to use them for. And I can see something like hers and monastic character or something. Yeah. because sometimes I find stuff that's just not appropriate when you start reading it. But that's just me. Right, so that one is called Worldwide. And next up we have Glamour, which is a lot brighter, very mixed media, stencily, and alcohol ink looking again, and some ink splashes. So there it is, and that's basically what is in this pack. So there you go. Lovely painterly dots. You've got ink there that looks like it's been done on watercolour paper. And then you've got a lovely green one that looks like it's been inked through a stencil. Things like this are great time savers. Lovely sort of watercolour type flowers. Lovely blue ink backgrounds. These are gorgeous, really bright and nice. And then you've got another one that looks like watercolour. You do, as I say, once again, you do get 2 sheets of everything. There's another one that looks like lots of ink pooled around on watercolour paper. Another one that looks stenciled. More ink. That's a really, really pretty one. And flip that over. Ooh, nice. Nice one for Valentine's Day, actually. Could make lovely pink watercolour hearts that have got just a little bit of orange going on in there. So that one is Glamour. And last but not least in the paper, yes, this is a long video, I'm well aware. And this one, putting that down to protect that lot, is called Flower. Look at those roses. If you are a rose person and you love kitsch, this one is for you, and it's definitely for me. Just look at how gorgeous that is. I mean, seriously, I could take prints like this and just decorate my craft room with them. You've got the dots. I'm just hoping my camera's doing it justice. It's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that together. Oh, love it. You've got some watercolour roses. More pink dots. That is super, super pretty. Really, really lovely. It's almost like vintage wallpaper. And then you've got that sort of almost houndstooth type check. Make sure I'm getting them correct. And another one. Oh, wow, that's picnic, isn't it? That's picnic, and it's a kitchen dish towel, and it's, oh, just lovely. Love that. And then pink roses. And then if I flip that one over, we've got the almost turquoisey minty green dot. And I apologise if I've gone blurred again. Right, I'm just going to pause, move this, and bring in the stamps and dies. Okay, I tidied up, and Panalisa sent me some stickers and some little pearls, which is really, really sweet. And I also got 2 packs of rub-offs. Now, because I'm so busy hauling this week, and I do like to use what I've been sent, or at least some of it, I'm going to do my hauling this week, and then next week I'm going to start making all my projects from it. So you'll have to forgive me not making this week, but I'm now going to go into the dies, and I've got this gorgeous honey pot. Isn't that wonderful? I'm guessing that can also be a shaker. I'm not sure. It probably can. So, you know, I'm going to do that next week. And then I've got another one, and because I can't be 100% sure what that is, it looks like it's a shaker to me. And I've got 2 halves of a butterfly, so I need to go and look at that one. But Panalisa does make some really unusual craft dies. Here we've got a little Christmas stocking that folds over and becomes a pocket so that you can put a tag inside there. That's really sweet. It's even got a little hangy loop. So there's that one. And then this one's me all over. Little tiny envelope, and you've got clips and tickets, and you've got film slides and tags, and you've got the picture wheel. Oh, and photo corners. So that's quite a comprehensive set, and you've also got little tabs. So that's really sweet. And sticking with the dies I was sent, I'm just moving stamps out of the way. I've got a little Christmas sleigh, which looks all little chubby cute. I've got a large tag. That's gorgeous. That looks like it could double up as a camera as well. You know, that could be the lens, couldn't it? And then you've got a tab there that you could do a label with. You've got the inside frame, which means that can also be a shaker. Love that. And then, who doesn't love a cloche with a donut? Oh, you just know I'm going to be making that one. That is gorgeous. I love it sort of like chubby, rounded cuteness. It's really sweet. And then we have another one which looks like a cupcake to me on a pedestal. So that's really cute. And we have another one which looks, let me look at that. That's looking like ice cream. Like I say, I'm going to make these up. I will link them below. I haven't even looked at the website yet. But it's kind of ice creamy shaped, isn't it? No, it's a strawberry. That's a chocolate dipped strawberry. Yeah, I can see it now because I can see the seeds. So I will do that one. And we've got a gorgeous shaker mushroom house with all of the grass and tiny little mushrooms. And you've got the caps to go onto those mushrooms. Really cute. Right, now I am getting into stamps. And I love these kind of characters. I really do. There you go. You've got a happy Valentine's Day. Only love, love. So, you know, Valentine's Day, you've got the number 14 in that little heart, which is absolutely gorgeous. You got the little rabbit and you got the little cat. I mean, all you need for something like this is to just puddle down a little splash of watercolour, whichever colour you choose, and then to ink this up with a, you know, a black onyx or something, VersaFine, and just stamp right into the middle of the puddle once it's dry, and you've got a really simple and nice card. And then we have lace and doilies. Great for stamping whole, for fussy cutting, or for doing off edge of page. And there you've got a great sort of like zigzag and a loopy bit. Love that. Things like that are great for trimming the edges of boxes if you like to make handmade boxes. And then before you put it together, just go around the edge and just do your stamping and your colouring or embossing, and then put your box together, and just really pretty. And then we have a background stamp, which I'm going to try and read. I don't know if you can see that there. There was a simultaneous sigh, which created quite a picture inside. Yeah. So there you go, you see. That's why you should always read stuff before you stamp it. Very important. Great calendar stamp there. That's a nice one. You know how big the stamp is, so you know how big to cut your sheets of paper before putting your whole thing together and then stamping it. And then we've got this gorgeous, gorgeous lace background again. Really lovely. That would look nice, just stamped blue onto white, especially if you've used some grainy coloured chalk paint. And I will tell you something, because I tattooed my husband, I'm going off on a digression here, and I'm looking at the clock, and we're already almost 35 minutes in. But you can actually use tattoo paper if you have some, and you can stamp on that. onto the white carrier sheet that would normally be what you soak up to place the tattoo image onto somebody's arm. And you can do that, and you can lay it over dimensional gesso and stuff. So, you know, you could create a sort of like, what do they call it? A blue willow type pattern over chalk paint. And that would look fabulous. And how cute is that? Candy cane alphabet stamp. Love that. You can just stamp that in red ink and you're done. Yeah. And then another pretty one, which is lace and roses, which of course will tie in really, really beautifully with those vintage flower paper packs. And then I've been sent some Valentine stickers, which are all vintage angels with wings and things. And I've also been sent some little girl admit one tickets. Things like that are just great for putting onto your journal pockets. And then I have been sent 2 packs of Diddy ephemera. Let's call it Diddy. Isn't that gorgeous? So what do we have in here? Ah, there is a picture on the back. Let's get close. Let me find out which one we've got here. I think this might be the Oh So Sweet pack. So I'm going to do microscopic on that. There. So that is what is inside. I'm moving my hands very slowly, wondering how close my camera is going to get. But that's really, really cute. And you get 70 pieces. And 70 pieces again in this one, which has got a guitar, and you've got a little sort of maple leaf there. So if I flip that over, this is the one that it is. You've got that really cute little deer and vintage typewriter. I'm just holding my hand really still. Ooh, and you get a little greenhouse. Look at that. There's a little greenhouse there. I wonder how close I can go. I think that's it. And you've got a little cardinal. So anyway, I am going to be making projects next week, and I am going to be using these for absolute sure. Right. It was long and it was wonderful. What more can I say? We got a tearing ruler. So I'm going to tear everything now. We've got some blending brushes, and we've got lots and lots and lots of absolutely gorgeous paper. So you have an absolutely awesome day. As usual, all links below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.